If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, and your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. Hi guys, today is April 2nd. April 2nd, we're going to go ahead and greet everyone. Friends in our class. Friends in our class. There's Allison and Louise, Ariana, and there's Mira. There's Jasper and Oksana, and then there's Hunter. Friends in our class. Friends in our class. There's Kepner and there's Clover. There's Colby and there's Joshua. There's Ava and there's Opie, and then there's Ella. Friends in our class. Friends in our class. There's Jurian and Varshitha. There's Mila and there's Jude. There's Ruby and there's Dow. And then there's Matthew. Friends in our class. Friends in our class. There's Brinley and there's Alex, Rayange and Xavier, Miss Beckner and Mrs. Kane. And that's the end of the song. Friends in our class. Friends in our class. All right, today we're going to talk about transportation. Transportation is how you get from one place to another. There's lots of different forms of it depending on how far you're going. You could get on an airplane. That's one kind of transportation. Your cars. You could get on a bus, a train, a boat. You could ride your bike. There's all different kinds of transportation. Okay? This is a book we're going to read today. It's called Amazing Airplanes. This is one way that you can go from one place to another. If you go on a trip that's far away, maybe to the beach or somewhere else, you might take an airplane because otherwise it would take a really long way in your car. Okay, if you've never been to an airport before, this will be really good information to show you what it's like. Whoosh! An airplane is amazing, for it travels through the sky above the clouds for miles and miles, so very fast and high. An airport is the place you go to take a trip by air. You check in at the terminal to show you've paid your fare. A fare is another name for your ticket, so you have to pay to get on an airplane. The ground crew weigh your luggage or your suitcases and load it in the hold, and then you take the walkway to the plane when you are told. The flight deck's where the captain and the co-pilot do their jobs. They both know how to fly the plane with all its dials and knobs. Look at all the things that they have to know how it works. They radio the control tower to check if the runway's clear. That's just the control tower where people sit up really high and they can direct the planes. They can't take off unless it's safe with other planes. They can't take off unless it is with other planes so near. So they can't take off unless it's safe. The intercom, the captain comes on the flight deck and says hello. You have to put your seatbelt on before the plane can go. A plane is big and heavy, yet it climbs up really high. It zooms along the runway and soars into the sky. Its wings hold big jet engines, which are loud and very strong. They suck in air and blow it through to whoosh the plane along. When the plane moves fast enough, the air around so swift, that means fast, it pushes up beneath the wings and makes the whole plane lift. Soon the plane is in the air, so now you're on your flight. The cabin crew look after you and make sure you're all right. They bring you drinks and magazines and trays of food to eat, and sometimes there's a movie you can watch while in your seat. When the journey's over, the captain lands the plane. Control tower has to say it's safe for coming down again. You sit with your seatbelt fastened. There's a bumpy rumbling sound. Boom! The wheels are making contact and the plane is on the ground. At last the doors are opening. Then out you come with smiles. So give a cheer. Hooray, you're here. You've flown for miles and miles. And then on the back, it shows you some different parts of the plane. This is the wheel, this is the engine, the flight deck, all different kinds. Okay. We're also going to learn a poem, kind of a song poem, about transportation, okay? This is called the Transportation Song. So I will add a picture, so parents, you can either write this down or challenge your child to write it down. The copying is a great writing practice, okay? It goes like this. Take a bus or take a train, take a boat or take a plane, take a taxi, take a car, maybe near or maybe far, take a rocket to the moon, but be sure to come back soon. Okay, so those are all different kinds of transportation. It talks about getting on a bus, train, boat, plane, taxi, car, or even a rocket. So those are 7 different kinds of transportation that can take you from one place to another. I'm going to do it again a little slower. Take a bus or take a train. Take a boat or take a plane. Take a taxi, take a car, maybe near or maybe far. Take a rocket to the moon, but be sure to come back soon. Okay, so I would like for you guys to practice that 3 or 4 times and make sure you're keeping your poems in a safe place so you can read them often. So now you should have a jelly bean poem and this transportation poem at home, okay? I would also like for you to have your pencil and paper now. We are going to practice doing some tapping, making sure that our ears are listening to tell our hands what to write with our pencil, okay? So if you need to pause me to get a piece of paper and a pencil, that's totally fine. All right, here we go. So get your pencil in one hand and get your finger tapping hand up as well, okay? The first word is the word pigs. Pigs. P-I-G-S. Now, whenever you add, I'm going to give you a clue. There is an S on the end of this word. Whenever you add an S to a word, that means that there is more than one. I could have a pig, or I could have pigs. If I add that S on the end, that means it's plural, or there is more than one. There is multiple. So make sure if you hear that S at the end, you add an S. Pigs. I'll let you finger tap that again one more time on your own while I write it. Pigs. Okay? P. That is a P. I. That is an I. G. That is a G. S. And that is an S. Pigs. P-I-G-S. Pigs. Okay, the next word. Logs. That means there's more than one log. Logs. Okay, I'll let you finger tap that on your own. Pause me if you need to. Logs. L-O-G-S. Logs. Oh, I know that's an L. Ah, look at my mouth. Ah, that's an O. G, G. G says G, and S is the S. Logs. So that means you're going to have more than one. This is the word logs. L-O-G-S. Logs. Okay. The next word is rats. More than one rat is the word rats. Pause me if you need to. Rats. Okay, let's finger tap that together. R-A-T-S. Rats. Again. R-A-T-S. Okay, at the beginning, I know that R is R, A is A, T, that's a T, S, S. That makes the word rats. R-A-T-S, rats. Okay, the last one is going to be the word pins. Like I have more than one pin. Pin. Pins. Ready? Go. P-I-N-S. Pins. that's a P. I, that's an I. N, that's an N. S, that's an S. So we spell that P-I-N-S. Pins. Pins, okay? Nice job on that, guys. Parents, if you really want to challenge your kids, you can give them more 3 or 4 letter words. Make sure that they're words that are easy to sound out. You know, the English language doesn't always behave, so try to give words that kind of follow the rules if you can. Continue to practice sight words, do those fluency and fitness videos that I posted. Even parents, I think math right now, it's kind of hard for me to include math on here, and I am going to try and get better at that. But even if you could give your kids 2 numbers between 0 and 10, it's a great opportunity to have them practice writing problems. So you could say 0 plus 2, and they could draw a picture for that. You could show them 2 plus 1. Plus 1 and plus 0 is a really great place to start if you see your child struggling with other numbers over that. So just start wherever your child needs to be at. Spread out some coins that they can count, some buttons, something small that they can manipulate to help them visually see the math problem. Thank you again so much for being so involved and for getting these out to the kids. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. See ya.